watching the News Hour at 9.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And over the last 1 month, there have been several reports that have stated about the post-poll violence in Bengal and the victims seeking justice. The Chief Minister, who claims to be Ma Mati Manush, that's what she represents. Well, she's maintained a stoic silence over the apathy, but the court today has once again decided to throw out the Trinamool Congress's appeal to quash the bringing in of a committee by the NHRC to look into these victims' claims. The Calcutta High Court today dismissed West Bengal government's plea for recalling its order that directed the National Human Rights Commission to examine all cases of alleged human rights violations in post-poll violence in West Bengal. While doing so, the acting Chief Justice Rajesh Bindal mentioned that they have asked the NHRC to examine all the post-poll violence incidents because they felt the state government has failed to convince the court that they have seriously acted against these allegations. The NHRC, following the court orders, has now formed a 7-member panel and has categorically stated in its notice that this panel will be responsible in naming those responsible, including police officers who remained mute spectators as this violence unfolded. Mamata Banerjee's government's inaction and silence has been previously and currently been questioned by the BJP. Even West Bengal governor tried to convey the plight of the post-poll victims to the chief minister many times before, but the BJP says it has all fallen on deaf ears. Listen in to this face-off between the BJP and the Trinamool Congress.
What is for me not surprising is Mamata Banerjee's silence, or for that matter her stance. I have always said that Mamata Banerjee has used murder and rape as political weapons. But what is surprising is the designed and deafening silence of those so-called liberal champions of human rights and women's rights. Murder and rape can be gimmicks for Mamata Banerjee, but they are the gruesome reality of the Trinamool rule in the state of West Bengal.
हाई कोर्ट ने सर्टिफाइड कर दिया है जो रिकॉल का जो पीआईएल फाइल किया गया था स्टेट गवर्नमेंट को।
हाई कोर्ट का जो ऑर्डर या जजमेंट निकला है वो राज्य सरकार देखेंगे और अगर कोई इस बारे में पदक्षेप लेना है राज्य सरकार लेंगे।
And ladies and gentlemen, the legitimate question on the News Hour tonight is, will the post-poll violence truth finally come out? That's the question and the debate on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 2 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
And joining me tonight with Gaurav Bhatia is Monojit Mondal. Monojit Mondal, 18th June, the High Court had directed that the NHRC will look into this entire allegation of inaction and no redressal for the victims of post-poll violence. The Trinamool Congress then wanted an appeal to the High Court to recall this order. Today, a 5-judge bench has refused to recall the order and has also stated that the NHRC has several complaints and it will look into this entire matter, whereas the State Human Rights Commission says it has no complaints. Monojit Mondal, I want to ask you, there are women, there are children who have been involved, women who have been gang raped just because they belong to a political party or supported a political party. Monojit Mondal, don't you think today the courts have embarrassed the TMC government in West Bengal, and today the victims really need redressal? This is not about one-upmanship. This is about people who are suffering, and they should be given some sort of justice that only the Chief Minister can ensure in the state. Monojit.
No, just to rebut to your rather long foregone conclusion about what is happening in Bengal, let me tell you, first of all, it is not just the NHRC that will look into the issue. The court has clearly directed NHRC along with state HRC and the state legal services. Please read the order, madam. before making this kind of statement on national TV. And we have got absolute respect for the court order. The government of, first of all, TMC did not go to the court. The government of West Bengal, through the Advocate General, wanted to make the representation that in the first order passed on 18th of June, we were not properly heard. We wanted to make our representation. That's the simple reason that the government of West Bengal was placing before the Honorable Court. The court has said that, fine, you can place your argument before the inquiring authority. That will be led by the NHRC along with state legal authorities services and the State Human Rights Commission. That's the matter. There is no other issues. The government of West Bengal, just again, I correct you, just wanted to put their point of view before the 5 judges bench, which was not allowed when the first order was placed. And please, there 2 people are there. First order was placed on 18th of June.
Gaurav Bhatia, Monojit Mondal says that this is not a setback for them. This is not a
setback.
1 minute, I'm coming back to you, Monojit. But Gaurav Bhatia, respond to me.
No. You correct the statement. It is not the NHRC. The order clearly states the state will be given chance to make their point of view before the authority.
Of course, any commission, any committee that looks into issues will take all sides. It will take all sides. Where have I denied that? Of course, the state government will put its point of view. But respond, Gaurav Bhatia.
You know, this is the reason, Navika, why I respect panelists like Manojit Mandalji. They have such high regard for judicial orders and the Honorable High Court. And let me now place the order. You know, there is a very important observation and my friend Manojit will listen to me. Manojit bhai, this is for you. You convey it to Mamta Didi, the anarchist. The 5-judge bench says the way the state was proceeding in the matter, which required immediate action, did not inspire confidence. I hope you've heard this line. This is the observation of the court. And do you know why? The court has said that every complaint will be scrutinized by the NHRC. Please, can I complete myself? I know you have faith in the
You can't make this kind of statement about my chief minister,
can I complete myself?
You can make this when you are quoting the judgment.
रसगुल्ला दूंगा मैं आपको, कंकड़ वाला नहीं होगा.
Continue to insult my chief minister. I will not take it lying down. You make the point about the court. You are an advocate. I am not.
मनोजीत भैया ऐसे नहीं हो पाएगा. आप तो मुझे थप्पड़ नहीं मार सकते. आप तो रसगुल्ला कंकड़ वाला नहीं खिलाएंगे. प्लीज सुनिए मेरी बात. प्लीज सुनिए. प्लीज सुनिए मेरी बात. You know, Navika, they are scared of one thing. The truth will come out and it would be out in the open, which everyone knows that this was state-sponsored violence. And Mamta Banerjee was looking the other way while TMC goons were raping women. They were committing murders in broad daylight and the state machinery failed. And the most important part, let me tell you a little about law, Manojit bhai, that generally it is the state police that is to register an FIR and investigate. But you were actually siding with the criminals that the court has come down and has given this onerous responsibility.
Well, that is exactly, Gaurav Bhatia, what the National Human Rights Commission's appointed body will look into. The fact of the matter is that the court has heard the victims. In this case, the victim's story is heart-rending. And the court has found merit in at least that the victim's stories need to be heard and need to be addressed. If there are any shortcomings, the state government will also have a point of view. But the fact of the matter is, some of these stories are really disturbing for anybody who has a conscience. And it is something that needs to be looked into. Well, the courts have stepped in, not once, but twice, and the NHRC has appointed a committee. We do hope these victims will get justice. Political point scoring can wait. Rehabilitation and justice for these victims should be this country's first and only priority. Thank you very much, Gaurav and Monojit Mondal, for joining me on debate number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, Over the last 5 months, we've been looking at the several ups and downs that our vaccination policy has gone through and the process of vaccinating the people of India. So far, we've achieved a target of 5% in the last 5 months. And there has been a lot of brickbats and allegations that have been exchanged between states and center and states. But today, with the new policy coming into effect, India has witnessed a record vaccination figure with over 82 lakh doses administered. BJP-ruled states took the lead, with Madhya Pradesh reporting around 14 lakh vaccinations. Karnataka came second with almost 9 lakh shots being given, and Uttar Pradesh stood third with roughly 6.5 lakh doses given in the state. How did the other states fare? Take a look at this report. And this report gives us confidence that maybe, just maybe, our vaccination strategy will work if we can all get together and sort out vaccination hesitancy and work on this on a priority. Take a look at this report.
हर देश, हर समाज और हर व्यक्ति स्वस्थ हो, सब एक साथ मिलकर एक दूसरे की ताकत बने।
In his 9th address to the nation since the coronavirus pandemic struck India, Prime Minister Modi made a significant announcement a fortnight ago. He unveiled the new vaccination policy which came into effect today, the most significant among whose features was the promise of free jabs for all eligible age groups in government hospitals. Several states across the nation held special vaccination camps that witnessed a massive rush of people to get themselves jabbed.
People who are visiting this particular vaccination center, in fact, they have been trying for a very long time. If you can just look at the crowd that is waiting outside, there are 2 centers where vaccination is being done for the people above the age of 18. And as far as the Chennai Corporation is concerned, they have prioritized vaccination. So the first priority is being given to vendors and shopkeepers. So in clusters, people are getting vaccinated.
Many people, especially senior citizens, who have been saying that they couldn't use the COVID app. They are not tech savvy. So this move will certainly help those people to get registered, walk in only and get vaccinated. Also, the state government of Maharashtra, including some other state governments across India, have been complaining that they are not getting enough doses of vaccines. Now, when the center takes responsibility now, it becomes more streamlined for the people of India.
We are at the capital state dispensary in Dispur, where the free vaccination drive is going on. And as you can see, large number of people have turned out for this free vaccination drive. People from all age groups have assembled here for this free vaccination drive. They have been waiting here since morning to get their jabs. And as you can see, as people have started coming in, first they are done COVID test, and after that the registration is done after the beneficiaries produce their valid identity proofs, government identity proofs, and after that they are taken inside to the vaccination room where they are being vaccinated.
We are here at the Ram Manohar Lohia Hospital where the BJP party president Mr. JP Nadda, flanked by Delhi Health Minister Harshvardhan and Jay Panda, were also seen over here. It's from today that 18 to 44 age group will be able to avail free vaccines in all the government centers, and this has been done to scale the number of vaccinations that were being done every day.
The first day of the new protocol saw India crossing a landmark milestone with the highest ever COVID-19 vaccine daily coverage. And if this start is anything to go by, India's dream of inoculating all before this year ends seems well within reach. Bureau Report, Times Now.
You were watching the News Hour at 9. Stay tuned.